giving a grin. Ha! Yes, we will get on with it. Yeah, I was wiped out after being at work. I'll get into that story eventually. So that means there are times where I just fall asleep after work. This was one of these days, and I'm fine, of course. I was wondering what material I would cover after we already did the event on Sunday, but I found some. No problem there. In some ways, I guess it'll be, for lack of a better term, a period piece, kind of like why MASH was about the Korean War, not Vietnam War, if you know what I mean, because it wasn't as recent or as controversial. So here we go. A few different things I was thinking of today. I know one of them was people asking if we're all right. So then that reminded me. Oh, no, back up a little. All right. I guess I can start off with something funny, but we won't be doing a lot of funny things. There we go. Being at the event Sunday, I know that people wanted to move it because somebody on a bicycle showed up and said, "Hey, we're over here." And I said, "I don't represent Ski. I'm not going to talk for him." And it reminded me of one time where I was at work many years ago. It was since I moved to Minnesota, and then somebody claimed that they volunteered me to help somebody move one weekend, and I had to tell them, "Well, I'll have to unvolunteer myself because you don't represent me. I represent me." And I couldn't believe that the dude had the nerve to volunteer me for anything. And then even before that, I remember one time in college where somebody showed up and they wanted me to sign up for floor government. I said, "No, I'm too busy. I have to work to pay my tuition." Yeah. And then I got a letter later on that said I got signed up anyway. You know what I did? The same thing as unvolunteering myself. I just didn't show up. That's the loudest thing that you could tell somebody. They just weren't listening to me. I just can't believe that somebody wouldn't listen after I told myself, "No, I don't have the time." Didn't they understand the concept that some people do have to work and pay their tuition? I was one of those people. Dishwasher, janitor. I mean, I had to take the jobs that were available. There were more exciting jobs I wanted, but I couldn't get them. I even tried working at the Golden Corral steakhouse that was in Iowa City because I worked at the one in Newton, and they couldn't guarantee me the hours I wanted. So it's like, all right, I'll just work for the university then. For those who've been to Golden Corral, nice place to eat. Kind of hard to find in this part of the country, though. I think they're more common in like Florida. Yeah, a lot of good food places out there. All right, and now for the other things. All right, I guess for whatever reason, I was thinking of times in my life where people would ask if we're all right. And I remember being in 6th grade, and we were coming back from a class trip or field trip to a nature preserve, and the bus we were on had a flat tire, and we had to stop on the interstate. And on the other side of the interstate, there was at least one semi that stopped and asked if we were all right, and we had to tell them, "No, we're fine. We called for help. They'll be here soon." And it's like, I guess they felt obligated to stop, even though it was the other side of the interstate, because it was a school bus, and you're not used to seeing school buses stop like that. It's like, okay, I like knowing that they care. And then later on, I was working for the state of Iowa after I finished college, and that's one day that reminded me of what really best what happened today. It was the day of a snowstorm, and I go in and I worked for an hour. Then I call my boss saying I'm there, and I get called back right away and told, "No, office closed today due to the blizzard." And then he made sure I got out of the building safely, and then I just went home. It's like, okay, I like knowing that you care. And it's like, oh, yeah, I didn't know that was going to happen again in my work history, but it finally did. All right, and 9/11, yes, I was living in suburban Chicago by then, and I knew something was off that day because I was just getting started with my work. And I was passing by somebody who must have had their internet on, and they said something about the Sears Tower being evacuated. Yeah, it was then still called the Sears Tower. And then later on, I heard rumors that one of the planes, the one that crashed in Pennsylvania, it was believed that it was going to hit the Sears Tower. Well, we know this much. Never made it. Crashed in Pennsylvania. But it was a weird day. I still did a full day of work that day, and I remember it as the day where in the evening I got tired of watching the news because that's all that was on for a week after 9/11. So I said I need to get out of the house. So I went down to the Kmart and bought a Star Wars poster. And I still have the receipt that day, and I like to think I still have the poster too. And I felt better after I got out and did something. And that's the best advice you can give somebody. If you're tired of watching the news, shut it off and do something else. That worked really well that day. And since I moved to Minnesota, 35W bridge collapse. I got a lot of calls that day from family and friends asking if I was all right because they saw that news. And it's like, yeah, I'm fine. Like knowing that you care. And that was a day where the Twins didn't play just like today. A weird day. And then today, we get to today. I work for a bank. I go into work, and after I arrive, they tell me the office is closed for the morning. I did an hour of work, and then I finally heard my boss an instant message and said, "You need to leave." It's like, okay. And then by 12 noon, I was back at work. I drove home. I was there for an hour, and I got a text message that you can go back to work. But it was still a weird day trying to get caught up because I print checks. I can't do that work at home. I know those checks are important. I don't know who else can print those checks. And I actually saw the UPS delivery man this time because I was in a rush to get things out. And I like knowing he'd wait a few minutes before so I could get him more overnight packages out so I didn't have to explain to my boss what was happening. I like knowing that I still delivered like I wanted to. But then I saw a cleaning lady. Usually I'm not there that late to see a cleaning lady. And she said, curfew 7 o'clock. It's like, oh, okay. So I went home. It was a weird day. And I hope I don't see another weird day like that again. But you just never know. And yeah, that day ends up in my history like the others. I know it will. I will think about it for a while. And hopefully I go to work tomorrow, but I don't know. I have to wait for a text message. They don't want me going in too early. It was rather quiet today. I think I was the only one in the office because the branch was closed. And there was even a few disappointed branch customers that said, is it closed? Yeah, can't help you. I do other work. I mean, if you just want the ATM, great. So just like anywhere else, I guess people just leave if they can't get done what they want done. I know that's how I figured things out. It's closed, it's closed. Things change. So yeah, that's the state of me. I know sometimes I'm a stone cold sober storyteller, and this is one of those nights. So that is all.
Hey. Thank you, Lyle.